Hi everyone, we're gonna be doing a book read and study on Carter G. Woodson, Why Children Belong to the Mother, from his book African Myths and Folktales.
Awesome, thank you. You want to get us started?
Yes. There was once an animal called Ijimi, which had two sons named or
Obigud?
Orchidud and Ingu
Egewe.
Gawe.
Mm-hmm.
They lived in the forest near the home of a poor man and wife who had 12 children. One day, these parents left their children at home and went to their farm. While they were away, the children were singing and playing together. The wicked beast Ijumi heard their voices. She sent her son or
Obigud.
huh?
Obigud.
Or Big Good to their home to say that he had something to sell. The beast did so, and the children asked him to show his wares. As soon as he had
Succeeded.
succeeded so far in attracting their attention, he went back singing a song to let Jimmy know that all was well. Ijimi then rushed to the home and stood outside of the gate, and a fearful sight. Then she her thrust out her thrust out her long sharp claws, seized a child, and carried it off to her den in the woods. On their return from work on the plantation, the parents missed one of their children. They heard from the others that a monster with a very long mouth had killed him and carried him off. Do I keep reading?
Yeah, why don't you just finish out this page at least?
Okay. The father running from the beast. Long they wept for their lost child, and then the time came to go to the farm next day. The father bade his wife go alone while he waited at home to catch Ijimi. At first, the woman would not go, but after a while, her husband persuaded her, so she left him and went off. At noon, the beast sent her other son, Igewe, telling him to say that his brother
say what his brother
to say what his brother all do
All be good.
all be good had said the day before. He did so, and again the children asked him to bring out his wares. He then ran homeward, singing as he went another song as a sign to Ijimi that all was well. Then Ijimi heard this. She again came out to take one of the children. She came to the gate as before. The man was well armed, but at the horrible sight of the beast, he lost his courage. He ran for his life through the forest. He left his children helpless before the greedy monster Ijimi that then seized another child and carried it off to make of it a great feast. When the mother returned and learned that a second child had been taken, she was heartbroken. With her eyes filled with tears, she turned fiercely on her husband and asked why he and not had not saved his child. To cover up his coward, cowardice, he told her that he had become suddenly sick and had to leave the infant from a while. And during his short absence, the monster had come and had taken another the children. However, all cried out, "No, mother, father, filled in blood. That's the in blood." Terror at the sight of the animal and left us to face the danger alone. He ran back to his hiding place. The mother was angry at him for his cowardly act and drove him away. He did not need to be told a second time. He went out and hid himself in the woods nearby. The mother said the she would she would risk her life to save her children. She got a very sharp sword and waited for the beast, which came again, was before, and thrust her head through the gate to seize a child. Then the woman took courage, faced the danger, and killed the beast. The children gave out, loud shouts of joy. The father, who had heard all of this, came from his hiding space and placed the hope that all danger was then over. Obiga and Igiwi and the two sons of India, however, had heard the noise of the struggle and no rush out to the aid of their mother. When the man saw these other two monsters, he ran back to his hiding place. But the woman held her poison position and was not afraid. She saved her children and killed the beast. When the mother had finished the fight with the beast, out came the ruthless husband from his hiding space and asked for a knife that he may divide the flesh of the beast between himself and his wife. The beast, the best of the flesh had he kept from his share and gave the head along to the only to the he was who had saved the children and had slain the beast. To this the mother of the children refused to aid. She agreed. She called upon Master Opaisi to decide between her husband and herself, to whom it did the flesh of the beast belong.
Obasi heard her cry and sent a messenger to bring them before him. When they arrived, the wife stood forth beyond him. After promising to fight Ejem and protect our children, my husband ran away and left for the monster to kill. I am the one who stood forth fighting and slew not only the beast, but also her two young. Yet my husband desires to give me only the heads of all these animals. I come then to claim my right before our master. Obasi then asked the husband what he had to say in defense of taking such a large share, but he could not dispute what his wife had said. It was clear to Obasi that the wife had the brave heart to defend her children when their father had fled in fear. Obasi scolded the husband for deserting his children. He then gave order that from thenceforward, no man should claim any property which his wife had risked her life to get. Obasi also said that should the wife choose to take the other 10 children away from her husband, she should be permitted to do so, for she had suffered much for their sakes. A woman is sure to risk her life for her children, though there are but few men who will do so. It is because of this decision that when a woman leaves her husband and returns to her parents, she may be forced to give up all gifts received from him, but not her children, nor any other thing for which she may have risked her life. Hold a true friend with both hands. A counselor who understands Proverbs soon sets difficult matters right. Nobody is twice a dunce. Remember that all flowers of a tree do not bear fruit.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a crazy story.
Yeah, that's an epic story. What was that story about, y'all?
Uh, can I say what it's about?
Yeah, go ahead, everyone.
Um, I know it's about the some men don't care. They just want to save themselves. Don't care about saving other people. And I like how he put in the end like those phrases and stuff, like what the whole thing means. I like that. And that that the woman that she saved her life for the children, so that was awesome too. But the thing that really that I didn't like is that he just ran away. He didn't even care. That was bad. I think that it was a story about her mother and children and the beast because the dad didn't do nothing. He didn't want he don't want to take a risk of it. He was want to be a scary cat. So her mother, his wife, had to take a risk to kill the beast, and she's still on hiding spot, and then kill, and then the children was happy that he killed all the like that he killed all the beasts. So they shouted out for joy, and then and that her husband was grateful for her because he didn't take no risk, and he was very sorry about that because he thought he was brave enough to do that.
Yeah, that was a really good um, overview of the story. Thank you for that. Um, what are the like? What is this story trying to teach us? Does anyone know? And what?
I think I think that the story trying to teach us how to take a risk.
That maybe some people like will listen and have to take a risk, and that some people don't.
Yeah, I also think it's about. I think it's about like something deeper than that too, like the power of a mother's love. And I'm also like decoding this as males under the system of white supremacy being made to be fearful people who run away from the beast. Maybe the beast is a system, but what do you guys think about that? Do you guys have any other thoughts about this book? You guys to share whatever thoughts you have that you guys don't. Um,
Can I share a thought? I feel like the beast is the system of white supremacy, and like it makes the man fearful. So it's always leaving the mother to take head and charge of her children because the man is so scared and caught up in the system.
anyone else want to share?
Yeah, I agree with what well, I agree with what Leia and Z were saying about it's about risk in terms of like actually fighting for something bigger than yourself, even if you know that you may like die for it. It's like about taking the risk to protect people who need the most help because the children obviously were in that situation needed the most help and making sure that they weren't being mistreated. And I think that the dad was not, he didn't take his role as a dad seriously. So he didn't really, he thought about himself and he didn't want to take the risk. But then, like, when after the mom has fought and like protected everyone and protected the people who need the most help, like, that's when he comes back and tries to get the rewards for it. Like he's not even trying to share the food equally. He wants more of it, even though he did the less amount of like work and he risked the least amount. And I think I agree too with what like Carice was saying, like under the system of white supremacy, sometimes the women have to like take on these type of roles because a lot of times either the men are like not around like black men because they're like incarcerated or
Black,
things like that. Huh?
the black males.
Yeah, the black males are not around because they're like incarcerated and things like that. And so a lot of times the women have to like play both roles, like the mom and the both roles of the parent. So I think it has to do with that too. And it's just about like selfishness too. And I like the part at the end. What was the last line? Like a tree.
A
Um,
tree doesn't bear fruit or something like that. Like the tree that has flowers does
it was
not
on
bear
the last
fruit.
page.
A tree with flowers doesn't bear
Yeah, I
fruit.
remember that all flowers of a tree do not bear fruit. And I like that line because it's like not everyone, like if you think about a tree, it's all connected, but not everyone that you're connected to is gonna provide you with like fruit. It's not everyone that you're connected to is gonna contribute to like the whole tree, you know? Yeah, it was a really cool story. Like really interesting.
And it can the sprays right there. It can also mean like even if like the flowers are really pretty, doesn't mean that they're gonna bear anything. That too, a lot of stuff about it. Oh, and another thing that I was thinking about when he said he wanted to take a lot of the food is that a lot of people, like men and stuff, they always think that they have to get more of the food because that happens a lot when I'm at my house. At my house and my grandma's. My grandpa's always said that he has to take more of the food and then we get the rest.
Yeah, I think the Z and that said some really profound things. I think this story is a great example of the pitiful state of black males who do not face the system of white supremacy constructively, I believe. You see him here and here, like not facing the system, which Dr. President Chris Rosing says is why we can be found to be in such a in the state we are in right now. Anyone have any?
And and it's crazy because I feel like I think I kind of think he knew about this because he said he's going to his hiding place. It's like he made a hiding place and knew this was going to happen. So he said, I'm just going to make a hiding place for myself before any of this happened. I think he knew this was going to happen. So he like, oh, I need to build something for me. So
Yeah, very selfish for him to build a hiding place for himself, not to tell his family about it. It's very pitiful, you know. It was a very tragic story. I'm glad. Well, not tragic. Tragic in the sense that it's not a constructive victim unit, but I'm glad like the mom was able to exhibit deep levels of black self-respect and protect her children.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that. That like not only did he make this hiding place probably from a long time ago, possibly, or at least knew about a hiding place and didn't inform anyone else in the family about it. But then once he could actually use the hiding place, like I don't remember, I think I'm forgetting, but could he have taken the kids with him to the hiding place?
I I I think maybe I feel like he just made it for himself and like he been selfish and he just like never shows it and he just I think he could have made it bigger for everyone but if it looks like he's like it looks like right here in his picture looks like it's like pretty small if he's like running to his hiding place like where he's running like small. And the thing that's crazy is that the I remember a part where the mom didn't I when the mother was getting mad at him, he ran to his hiding place and she didn't even know where it was. So like she could have just took like she it's just I don't know.
Yeah, so he's like withholding valuable
Yeah.
information.
I think he's being selfish, so he was just like, I'm just gonna make a hiding place for myself.
Yeah.
I think that husband does not care about the beast because the children is because that I think that he doesn't care. He did like left bricks of things. He didn't like kill the beast because he didn't have no like weapons. So her mom had to like fist it for get a sword. You shouldn't. Yeah. And his mother got mad, so mad that he he that he really like had to the mother had to do like everything. The father normally has the father did less work than the wife. So he wants to take 10 kids if he wants it. He make you he make her mother do that if you want to take 10 children of her because it's so hard work to like take care of 12 kids.
Yeah, I agree, Leah. That doesn't sound easy at all. It sounds very, very stressful. And if they at least would have had, if he helped more in that situation, it probably would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, if they both did it together, then he would have then they would have got it easier, and they would have just. It's just that I don't know. I don't like that he just takes more of the food, and then like he did all that, and like she gave the more to the mother because the mother and the kids, so they have to feed all of them. Just give it to the kids, and they can have a little bit.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's the part that's the most crazy to me is that if
he,
you can even just ask for a little bit.
I know he can just ask
Ask
for like
for,
a little bit, but he wants everything.
yeah, and only to give them the head, which is like,
The smallest,
yeah, not just that, it has the least amount
least of meat,
of meat. Yeah, exactly. It's like
has
scraps, basically.
it just has fat and bones, and 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 I don't know how he can't like get sad or something like get like that he took all of that and she has to have that little scraps with 12 children. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really, really non incorrect behavior on part of the husband for sure. Um, but I'm glad Obasi was able to sort it out. It's nice that they had a mediator, which is always constructive. We have a new participant. Does anyone want to give like a quick summary of what this story was about we just read?
Mhm. I think that the father doesn't. Oh, it was a story about like the beast and her children.
Try to give a summary from beginning to end of what happened.
I can do one.
All right.
Well, there was basically three beasts, and there's three beasts, and there was people who lived close to them. That there was a father and a mother and 12 children. So the beast wanted some food, I guess. They wanted like to kill the children. So they came and like seized some of them. And the the dad, when they were there, the dad was alone with them. So then the dad, he got so scared, I guess, that he left. So he left them by themselves for them to get seized. And then she I guess the mother found the husband, and the mother got mad at the husband. So then the mother was getting so scared that she went to go kill the beast because the father was too scared to kill the beast. So she killed all of them, three of those big beasts that are really taller than her and stuff. So and then she saved all of her children. But in the end, the husband wanted the food. He wanted more of more of the beast, because the beast, they used to eat like the beast food, so that he wanted more of the food. And then, but he didn't do anything. He just left to his hiding spot. But then Obasi was sorting it out, and he said that the woman should have more, should have the food, because she risked her life for the children. So then I think the woman, she has now, the children are hers now, and the husband is like, he just not gonna be the dad anymore. And in the end, a phrase that they said is the bottom is, I remember that all flowers of a tree do not bear fruit. So that's what it was about.
That was an amazing summary. Z, thank you for that. Well, yeah, do you want to add anything to that, Lay? Did she cover everything?
Yeah. I just want to add that I think that the father doesn't care when the two children got killed.
Yeah, I believe 2 kids were kidnapped. I think she did. Were they killed or did they get kidnapped to get them back? I wasn't.
They basically said that they seized them. So I think maybe they got kidnapped, and they were about to cook them before that the mother went to go save them. So they were like, maybe like they were like locked up or something. But then the mother just came and saved them from their locked up place. That's what I think, maybe.
Makes sense.
Because they said they were gonna eat them.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think that all like fathers are not brave and all mothers are brave, or do you think it like depends? And do you think that some fathers can be brave and protect their kids? And if so, what do you think they should do to be brave?
I think that that it's just mixed up. Some mothers cannot be brave, and then they can just both be brave. Most are both brave sometimes, but we don't know that, so I'm just not gonna say anything about it. So, and I think if this ever happened, that they should just team up and like sneak on the dragon who just kill them like the mother did. And I think it'll be much easier. And then they can just give a lot of the food to the children, and they can have a summit too, so they can all share it. So none of this could happen.
I think that most, I think like most fathers can be brave, but some of them can not be brave. Well, it's because of white supremacy and stuff. And it's like if it's like you like he can that if he he tell you like that he got the beast, he can he the mother can know that he could like that he didn't kill the beast if he did.
So, Lay, do you think that Most fathers are, and most fathers and most mothers are brave or not
I
brave.
mean, I think most mothers are brave because if if all fathers and mothers are brave, then we don't have that problem. If so, that's why we some of them have some of them can be brave and take their risks. Some of them don't because they scared.
I think that maybe some are brave because I think a lot of people love their children, but I don't know. But I think maybe.
Oh, they are brave. I saw one on YouTube that she saved her sister by a big dog. But yeah, most kids can be brave too.
Yeah, wait, I really like your answer. I agree. I think some can be brave and some are too victimized by the system. When I say victimized, I mean just the system damages them too much that they become afraid of fighting the system, learning about the system, or like how to defeat the monster. Because in the story, the husband could have learned how do I kill this monster that's coming and kidnapping my children, but instead he goes and hides. Which is like what a lot of people do when they understand that their system is destroying their children, harming their children, harming the people who look like them. Instead of finding ways to counter it, they just go hide and do unconstructive things like we all know what a lot of black males do. So I don't have to list, but yeah. Does that make anyone have any comments? Other comments about the book, the story we just read?
If
I have a question. What do you think that Black attempted mothers and fathers can do to make sure that both of them are both going to protect their kids together?
I think that, when they when they are accepted, I think that they could they both can team up and then kill the beast together, or it could be faster, like to kill the beast. And then we don't have no issue we don't have an issue that. If we do have an issue, if they are all not that, we will have the issue that um some children can be killed by the beast and the father and mother is scared and then they cannot take their risk no more.
Uh, I think that maybe I think maybe they have to see if they love the children or something, and they have to see if they will take care of them and stuff, and then they have to maybe they have to maybe they have to not leave them alone and stuff, or maybe they just have to team up to work together and see if they're right to work together. That's it.
Yeah, they have to have like a plan or a code, right? So
Or
that
yeah, like it because I think maybe the beast they maybe know well how they're talking about, so they can have like code words, or they can have if they can have since the mother going through that, maybe in the past if she finds someone, and maybe she can have like a security plan or something, or try and have stuff to kill the monster if a monster comes, like maybe fire or torches or whatever.
I really appreciate both of y'all's answers. Do you have any more questions? You don't have any other questions?
Yes, I do one. Um, why did um the beast is like very greedy, so getting like other animals like tigers and or snakes or tarantula. Why he cannot eat other food from the forest except
I,
of the humans.
I think that maybe because he wanted like more meat or something like he like maybe there wasn't like a lot of tigers around. Maybe he just wanted the humans. Or what did he just? I don't know.
That
Maybe it wasn't even about food, you know, maybe he just wanted to terrorize and harm his family, you know.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to kill them for fun.
ooh, I think everyone's making good points. I think that's a really great question, Lay. I think it's because the creature name is the beast, so I suspect that it may be the nature, and what that means is that like this is just what this creature does automatically. So it may just be the nature of this creature to go out and seek black families to eat. I think that's why it's not eating other animals because there's pigs, I mean boars in the forest. There's like rabbits in the forest, I mean in the jungle and stuff. Wild rabbits it could eat. But for some reason it's going after this black family. So I think that's just the nature of the beast, which is the system of white supremacy.
Maybe it's taught like from like maybe like their grandfather or maybe like from like their generation to like eat humans and not other animals. Maybe it's taught from like from a long time.
All good theories and ideas. Do we want to get into closing comments? Like, what was like our biggest takeaways about what we read? Did we learn anything from it? What did we learn from it?
I learned from this story is that like you like maybe you can't trust you can, but you should be a little bit like thinking about and know people more to see to like see if they're like they can take care of people. Like you have to know them more before you like be their friends.
Yeah, I agree. It's like if you like they did, if you see like your father and then you say, oh, there's a beast right there, and then I want to kill it, and you think you don't trust it, this like you freeze your brain and then think about what he's going to do. What's the last time what he's going to do when he kills that other beast? And then when you think about when you kill that other beast, and then you say no, no, or yes.
And it can be a mother too. Like it can be different, but and you have to test them too. And that I learned that like it's that a lot of people have a lot of courage, and there's other people that just want like they just want they don't want to like do the work. They just want like the reward, but they don't want to do the work.
Well said, Z and Lane. I learned a lot too. I learned it's really important for the survival unit, like the black females and the black males to work together. Because just because the black mothers can do it by themselves doesn't mean they should have to, and it doesn't mean that the children won't suffer still, because we see that had the black male in this story, had he been working with the black mother from the beginning, maybe they wouldn't have even got kidnapped, you know. But because she was doing everything by herself, they were getting kidnapped, and then she's having to go and save them. And that's just because she's working by herself. So it's really important for the black survival units to work together. Anyone else have any closing comments?
Yeah, I'll go. For me, I think I learned a lot. I learned a lot of what you guys were talking about. Like, you can't always trust people, and sometimes you have to test them. And that if you're trying to be in a survival unit, you have to have a plan, and you have to make sure that every person is willing to do the work to execute a plan and a code. And I also learned like it's really hard to be a kid because it's like you have to put your trust into adults or people who are attempting to be adults or so-called adults, and sometimes you don't really know if they're gonna protect you or not, and that can be really scary.
Yeah, because some parents can the parents can team up to not protect you or something. So you have to be the kids have to test everyone every day.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I learned that you have to be careful on who you pick to have children with and build a family unit with, and be on code with as well.
Alrighty. Is there anything else anyone wants to share before we close out?
Okay. I think that that people should be treated fair. I mean, I think that fathers should be more fathers should be more brave and to be getting rewards. It's like a father cannot get a lot of awards if he be risking and braving. If you don't risk and bravery, you get 0. If you did, you will get 10,000 3,055 awards.
Because I also think that maybe it's like I feel like it's most men that maybe like don't that might do this. Because I think that if I think that most moms care about their kids a lot.
Thanks for sharing, everyone. I will see everyone next week, same time.